A name carries weight. It holds history, meaning, and intent. When Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, first introduced American Riviera Orchard, the world was given a glimpse into a lifestyle brand inspired by her love of home, food, and mindful living. But now, with a fresh rebrand to As Ever, Meghan has made a strategic and deeply personal shift, one that not only strengthens her brand identity, but also signals her long term vision as a creator and entrepreneur.
Oh, I've heard every tale, every love song out there about the birds and the bees. Oh, could it happen to someone like me? All the stories, all the books say it happens, you don't have to look.
Welcome. This is Majesty's Sussex Report, and I'm Antonio. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time here with us. So, you guessed it. Today's topic is going to be a sort of a continuation of what I posted yesterday. The post yesterday was sort of my initial thoughts. I just wanted to get them out there, and I've had how long have we had? A day and a half to kind of sit with this and formulate broader opinion or thought. Not like Megan needs it at all. What I'm finding very well, it's not even interesting actually. It's not interesting. It's not surprising. It's not anything. But I guess I am just still surprised a little, and I know I shouldn't be surprised. I know. But the ferocity in which anything that is done by Meghan, I'm not going to say so much Harry. I mean, he gets it too, but anything done, it's 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 just like they're like a virus. It's like zombies that just sort of attack. It's it got me it got me thinking about the condition of the world, of our society, of boys and girls and humanity in general. I mean, I'm always thinking about that anyways, but it's it's just very discerning because okay, this actually is a perfect example. So I let me just try and pull it up here. Hopefully I can. So I was in the comment section at People Magazine, just looking. I read some of the articles they had, and then I decided to just read some of the comments. And um, on the let me just see if I can find the title. So it's titled "Everything You Missed in Meghan Markle's Brand Name Reveal Video," including a Prince Harry cameo. So on that article, I was reading some of the comments and I thought, well, this is not very nice, right? And I thought, okay, I'll just collect my thoughts and because I want to write something respectful, but at the same time, I want to write something that perhaps allows someone to say, actually, maybe he's right. Just to provoke a thought that is outside of what these people usually have. So this is what I wrote. The world is watching, And this is what women have to say about another woman. Reading these comments is a sobering reminder of just how normalized cruelty, pettiness, and bitterness have become, especially among women towards other women. The disturbing part? These are the same very women raising children, shaping the next generation, and influencing the way young girls see themselves and their potential. Imagine growing up in a home where your mother, your aunt, your teacher, or your neighbors speak with such venom about a woman she has never met, whose only crime is existing and trying to create something of her own. What kind of message does that send to the young girls watching and listening? That the moment they step out of line, dare to dream, build, or simply be, they will be torn apart by their own. That their worth is dictated by a faceless mob of people who take pleasure in belittling them. It is especially ironic that so many of the same voices lament the struggles women face in business, in media, and in leadership. Yet here they are, gleefully, sorry, that's just hitting me a little weird. Sorry. Gleefully providing, uh, uh, gleefully proven why the road is so difficult. They call Meghan Markle disingenuous, fake, and undeserving. But let's be honest. If she were white, British, or had conformed to their idea of a docile, submissive woman, they would be singing a very different tune. Instead, they attack her with the same fervor they claim to despise in misogynistic men. And for what? Because she changed a business name? Because she's trying something new? Because because she sends jam to her friends? These are not rational criticisms. This is a toxic spectacle of misplaced rage, dressed up as honest opinion. It reeks of internalized misogyny, jealousy, and a desperation to tear down a woman who has done nothing to them personally. Sad. So that's what I wrote. And people didn't like it. I mean, People magazine didn't like it. So they left a note here. It says content deactivated. And then why? Your comment appears to violate our community guidelines and has been deactivated. Okay. Um, so I went to community guidelines again just to read it over. And this is what it says. Our comment section is intended to be a space where readers can engage in a discussion about our stories. Offensive language, hate speech, personal attacks, and or derogatory statements are not allowed. Advertising or spamming content is also prohibited. Comments are not always available on all stories. Comments are moderated and may be deleted without notice. Repeat offenders may be banned without notice. Okay, so I read it again. Now, I didn't mention anyone. I didn't say Lucy 124810 or Deborah 2228 said this. I didn't. And I did that on purpose because I didn't want to get into any trouble. I did extract words because people are using those words where they say, things like she's at this and she's at that and she's at, and it's going to fail and blah, blah, blah. So my response, again, it's not, I don't think I said anything there that is out of place. The whole thing is for you, a woman who is writing these things about another woman who you do not know. You do not know this woman, but you make these assumptions about her. So I'm asking you to perhaps question yourself and be like, why am I doing this? Why do I feel the need that anytime she does anything, that I need to either comment on it, or I need to say that she's a liar, she's a failure, she's a this, she's a that? Look, it's there for us to question. Look, young people, sons and daughters, they listen, they watch, and they know what we think. They know how we behave. When you have little boys going up in a classroom and spitting on a black kid and saying, go back to your country, where did he learn that from? That's all learned behavior. So to think that what I wrote was so offensive that People magazine thought it should be deactivated from the comment section, but they left all the other comments there that, call Megan this and that, and this is going to fail also. Listen, I, I, I guess I offended some white lady who's looking at the comment section and who probably moderates it and just went, I'm not having that. Or maybe I don't know. I really don't know. I actually I take back that comment. That comment was made in a little bit of frustration, and I don't really mean it. But whoever decided, the moderator person who decided, no, that was too much. But no, the other things people say about Megan isn't. It's just maddening, maddening. Well, let me know what you folks think. If you think I crossed a red line or a white line or a black line or a brown line or some kind of line in what I had written, let me know. All right, let's carry on. So going back to our topic here. Some may say yes, it is a rebranding. Say no, it's not a rebranding. Listen, to me, I'll just say the the rebrand isn't just a name change. It's a statement. It's about legacy, about evolution, and most importantly, about owning one's narrative in the face of relentless opposition. People magazine. What am I going to become bitter now? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Now, if we look back at Megan's history, we see a woman who has always used words with intention. Her now iconic lifestyle blog, The Tig, wasn't just about food, travel, or fashion. It was a reflection of her personal journey of learning, of joy, of discovery. It was a platform where she connected with her audience authentically without pretense. So now, with as ever, Megan is tapping into that same essence. The phrase itself is deeply meaningful. It conveys continuity, consistency, and a personal touch. A phrase often used in letters and sign offs, as ever, right? Suggests warmth, familiarity, and a steadfast presence. It's a signature, a reminder that no matter how much life changes, some things, some values, integrity, purpose remains constant. I think it's absolutely beautiful, right? Unlike American Riviera Orchard, which I also think is beautiful, but it doesn't give us the same emotional reaction. I think because it is in some sense tied to a specific place and aesthetics. As ever, is more fluid, timeless, and deeply personal. It reflects Megan's evolution from actress to royal to global entrepreneur, really, without being confined to one category or another. If we listen to royal reporters and the usual media critics, Meghan and Harry's media empire was failing. Their Netflix deal was on the rocks. Their venture, all of their ventures were just flopping back, forth, and center. The rename of or rebranding of American Riviera Orchard would no doubt, right, be spun as another failure. And for what months now, over and over and over and over. That's all we heard. Yet reality tells us a very different story. Instead of disappearing, as they would like her to, Megan has reemerged with, as ever, not just as a lifestyle brand, but as part of a larger, carefully orchestrated media strategy. The announcement of, as ever, I don't know if I'm going to always say it like that, but I don't know. Right now, I'm getting a kick out of going, as ever, comes just as Netflix unveils With Love, her new series that aligns perfectly with the brand theme of home, food, and storytelling. This isn't coincidence. This is strategic marketing at its finest. For months, critics have tried to push the narrative that Meghan and Harry media deals were crumbling, that their Netflix partnership was over, it's done. But here we are, witnessing a powerful, well timed business and media rollout that not only proves those claims wrong, but also highlights the power of their brand. If anything, okay, as ever, launched as alongside a Netflix series confirms Megan's staying power. The woman has staying power in this industry. It amplifies her reach, contradicting the tired claims that she has nowhere to go. They're running out of money. The royal family gave her everything. We gave her. We gave her everything. We gave her everything. We gave her. What's that? Excuse me. What is that thing called again for the island people? What is it called? What? Common what? Yes, we give her the Commonwealth for the people. We give her that. We said to her, we only want the white colonies. Take the other colonies. So we gifted to her. We did. Wasn't that generous, darling? Yes, it was quite generous of us. We gave her patronages. Patronages. We gave it to her. Now, you see, if Harry, if Harry, if Harry was in the fold under the protection of the royal family, then of course, he would have had the entire protection of this institution. Do you understand what I mean? We would have had no one at all touching him at that game. What's the game called, darling? What? Invictus? No, Invictus. Yes, Invictus. No one would have been able to touch him, you see, because as a royal, he would have had royal protection. Okay. I think there's a comedian. Oh, baby Jesus. I really do think there's a comedian somehow living in my brain somewhere. And ever so often. Oh boy. Ooh la la. Okay, what was I talking about again? Okay, serious. Well, okay. The 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 royal commentators, right? And all of these correspondence and whatever. That is the usual line that they use, right? Anything that happens, you're like, well, if they had stayed in the royal family, they would have gotten this and this and this. Listen, baby boys and girls, Noah, Noah, they're happy, we're happy, most of the world is happy that they're not under the El Hugo uh what's the word in English? Shackles, the shackles of the royal family and that institution. So, once again, she is demonstrating resilience, strategic brilliance, and an ability to create opportunities on her own terms. On her own terms. At its heart, it's an extension of Meghan's long standing passion for food, home, entertainment, and well being. From her days on the Tig to her famous banana bread moment in Australia, Meghan has always understood the power of food as a means of connection. As ever, builds on that, offering a carefully curated vision of modern, mindful living. It's not just about products, it's about experience. And that is what most of us have said as consumers we want. We want an experiential feeling, an experience that means something to us, that takes us somewhere, has a story. Unlike the mass produced, soulless brands pushed by celebrities, Megan's approach is rooted in meaning. She isn't just selling jam, she's selling nostalgia. craftsmanship, and a lifestyle that values quality over quantity. As ever, is about slowing down, being intentional, and finding beauty in the simple moments of life. Whether it's making a meal for loved ones, growing something in your own garden, and if you don't have a garden, listen, you buy one of those things at those stores, those home improvement stores, like a pot. You put some soil in it, right? You get some seeds, or you buy the stuff for it, and you can look. You can have a cute little garden on your terrace or your balcony if you have one, right? Or you can just make one inside. I have a friend. She puts she puts all her like garden stuff that she has, like vegetable stuff, right by this large window, so they get lots of lights and stuff, even in the middle of winter. So I mean, I don't do that, but she does. I mean, that's it. Um, right? So it's about looking at how one could curate that kind of experience and allow yourself to have that time that is so precious, that society, this world that we live in, stripped our our most valuable resource away from us, which is time. We don't get time back. It doesn't come back. We sell it to earn money, and time again it's being stripped from us, taken from us. What Megan is trying to do is to slow that down a little and say, hey, what happened to you? What happened about time for you and your loved ones? So, as I said, growing something in your own garden, or setting a table with care. I remember I was having, no, I wasn't having that conversation. I think it was it my mom and my grandmother? I don't remember now. But two people. The conversation was about, again, setting the table, but it was a bit of a larger theme here. And one person said, "Oh, you don't have to put all your fancy dishes out. We're just having lunch." And the other person said, "Well, why did I buy it? Why did I purchase, quote unquote, these fancy dishes? To what? To not use them? To put them aside? So I only use them once someone important we think is coming to lunch or dinner? We are important. We are valuable. So why not set the table for yourself? Why not set the table beautifully for your family? Why not take the time to feel good?" Right? So it's that energy that I'm getting, at least. So I think that, as ever, it expands on the brand beyond a singular aesthetic. American Riviera Orchard evoked a very specific image of Montecito luxury, Santa Barbara luxury. As ever, is broader, more adaptable, and speaks to a global audience. It certainly, it certainly aligns with Megan's storytelling strength. By launching it alongside a Netflix series, she's ensuring that the brand is not just about the products, but about an experience, about a certain narrative. It also keeps her critics scrambling. Every time the media tries to define Meghan, every time she evolves. And then they usually try to, say, oh, she's imitating this, oh, she's doing this, oh, she stole this from so, oh, she's mean, she said, mm-mm-mm. No, babies. That is called evolving. Every time they predict her downfall, she pivots. As ever, it's proof that she is playing the long game. And it's a game. I'm going to make a prediction here. She is winning and is going to win. Period. Period. I've seen a whole bunch of these comments about, no, she's lying. She's lying. That's not really what really happened. That's not really happened. She couldn't get a trademark. She couldn't get a trademark. Someone listen to me. She couldn't get a trademark. She could. No, no, no. She's lying. She's lying. Please go take your medication. Please see a therapist. Please go to rehab. Get a life. Please look at yourself in the mirror and have the understanding that the most eligible prince of the United Kingdom was never, ever, ever going to place his eyes on you. You can keep fantasizing. That's great. It's free. It's yours. Fantasize all you want. But your anger is really, really, really misplaced. There are men in your life who are doing enormous amount of damage to your existence as a woman. And you concentrate on Meghan, the feminist who all her life has been fighting for women's rights, the right to have a seat at the table, the right to say, if you're not going to give me a seat at the table, I'm going to make my own table then and invite women to sit around it. She doesn't owe you, me, anyone, any other explanation than the one she gives. Because two things, three things, four things can be true at the same time. And I don't need to give you all four. I don't need to give you all three. I can just give you one if I feel like it. You don't pay her mortgage. You don't pay for her children's school. You have zero. Zero say in what she decides to share and what she decides not to, and how she decides to share it. Meghan is a clever woman. She didn't need to share that. What she did say, she said, now you as a fool running around, oh no, no, if it's because of trademark, it's a trademark. You look like a fool. Now the other fools are going to join you and quack, 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 quack. But it is what it is. Fools follow fools. That takes them off the proverbial hill. Fools follow fools into disasters. Fools follow fools into darkness, into despair. Your choice. If there's one thing we should all take away from Meghan's rebrand, it's this: evolution is power. You stay the same. You stay repeating the same old phrases about something that you think happened because someone said it happened, that came from someone who is a close friend of a close friend of someone who's anonymous, who's a secret source, who is someone who is nicely placed under the bed sheet of someone who wasn't there, that said the queen was angry. Oh, you buffoon, and your buffoonery. It takes that little. And it's true though. It takes that little of the mindless to believe absurdity. I mean, I look at stuff that's happening today and I cannot believe the idiocy of people and the willfulness in which they carry on and honestly think that the man, oh, I'm not even going to talk about him. I'm not even going to, yeah, let's not even go there. I just find it fascinating. Fascinating. Evolution is power. You stay the same and you will sink. Never. Learn new things. Try new things. Open your horizons. Smell the roses once in a while. Buy yourself a bouquet of flowers. Take it home. Read a book. Listen to opera music. Puccini. I mean, I did that the other day. I was like, damn, these people are like dramatic. But I loved it. I loved it. I think I told you folks a while back, there was this neighbor we had, and oh, the music on Sundays, oh, just very loud, and it was just operatic and intense, and I was fascinated by it all. Fascinated. I'd be like, Mom, what is that music? It was just so good. It was so good. Especially like, and you're, oh my gosh. I was like, what is that? What is that? Uh, I'm deviating here from the thing, but a quick our school, we went to watch, was it Madame Butterfly? I think it was. Yeah, yes, I think it was Madame Butterfly. So our school took us to watch. So we were seated there in the audience, and I think this was a special program that they had for schools. So it was mostly, you know, kids from all different schools. So right, right behind, um, right behind us, the row behind us, there was this guy, um, and I guess he had watched Madame Butterfly before. So every like 5 minutes, he would go, "Oh, this is where someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die right here," and then nothing would happen. And they have like the translation, right? So if you don't, you can it the whole thing is translated, so you can read the subtitles. And 5 minutes later, no, 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 it's here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die. After like half an hour of like every 5 minutes, myself and three of my friends. It's like we automatically. It's like we had one brain. We automatically turned back and said, "Shut the f up! Like, you spoiling this for us. Shut up! Shut up!" And then they shoot us. We get shoot. It's like shh. I was like, shh, you shut up. Oh, but it was so good, so good. So, anyways, my point being, right? Evolution is great. It is power. It's keeping yourself active. It's learning new things. Megan has shown time and again that success isn't about proving your critics wrong. It's about staying true to your vision. She could have folded under the weight of the relentless attacks she receives every freaking day. Mm. Hmm. But instead, she has emerged stronger and more strategic than ever. So, as ever, it's more than a brand, it's a message, a reminder that authenticity, intention, and resilience will always outlast the noise. And there's a lot of noise. Now, I don't know if you folks have heard, but there's a store in New York that has the name as ever. And there's a bunch of people who are recommending the owner to sue Megan, take her to court. Oh, this is what she does. She has no original ideas. Oh, this she goes in and she steals from small businesses. Take her to court. The doings of the evil demonic spirits. We rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. You have no power over that woman and over us. None, none, none whatsoever. None. None. Now, the interesting thing, Megan's company or the brand is, as ever, enterprises. The brand in New York is, as ever, NYC. So it's quite legal that both companies or both can still hold, because theoretically they have different names. The names of the company is different. They've chosen to just use the part as ever. Now, the brand in New York, or what they have in New York, is a clothing store. That's not what Megan has. That's not what they're planning to do. So one could argue and say if someone has enough money and lots of lawyers and they want to say, look, I want to be the only one who is able to use the word as ever, then they can take it to court. Bon chance. Presently, I don't think Megan and Netflix wants to do that. But if the person in New York City wants to do that, then that's their business. But as far as I know, Megan and her people and that company has not called them and said anything to them. But these demonic spirits, they're busy at work. Busy at work. So let me remind you, what Meghan is doing is authentic, intentional, and a product of a woman that is resilient. So let's have a conversation. What do you think? What do you think of Meghan's, what some may perceive as her latest move? What lessons can entrepreneurs and creative people take from her ability to evolve, to pivot? It's important, very important. The Court of Majesty Sussex Report would like to say thank you to its benefactors. Thank you, Connie Bomber, and thank you for being a member. Thank you, Paulette Cloudland. Thank you very much. And with that, we conclude the ceremony of thank you to our benefactors. Hello. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I hope you've learned something. If not, that it took your mind off of any sort of busyness that you've got. And hope you're able to just spend this little time for yourself while, keeping me company. And I really, really, really hope that each day you take some time, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Take some time just for you. Just for you. Even if it's 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes and just do something that is for you. For me, it's eating ice cream, which is not good when, when you need to stop eating ice cream. But there's a multifaceted of things you can do. Just take some time, okay? Because the world is in some kind of transition, and we need every person that has a good heart and good soul to keep strong and to let your energy of goodness, of kindness, be that which is contributed to which will contribute to wherever this transition in the world is going to. We need to be focused on not being dragged down into the darkness and the pit, the sort of dirty pit of darkness, basically, right? So keep up the good spirits, my friend. Keep up the good spirits. For all of you who just discovered the channel, thank you so very much. I hope you have subscribed. And if not, leave us a comment. I can't guarantee your comment is going to be published, but leave us a comment anyways. Give us a thumbs up. And for those of you that just joined, that are new, welcome aboard. It's great to have you on in this little train that is doing its thing. And as I've said to everyone, this channel is for all of us. So if you ever have like an idea or something you think we should pay some attention to, please leave it in the comment section. I will certainly um, give it the attention it needs to be given. And for all of you that have been here from the beginning, from the middle part, and the journey that we're on, what a journey we were on, right? Thank you so very much for so many of you who have stuck around and continue to support this still channel. I love you so very much, so very much, from the bottom of my heart. I know you've got competing priorities, other podcasts that you support. I admire you folks enormously for the extraordinary job that you do in supporting so many of us. That is trying to bring some levity and the truth into this space. For any of the people who disagree with everything that I've said today and everything this podcast represent, you are entitled to disagree. You're entitled to have your own opinion. What you're not entitled to is your own facts. And it is difficult sometimes to sit with oneself and reflect. Look, Prince Harry is not a perfect person because none of us are. Meghan is not a perfect person because none of us are. What is unfair is that the amount of scrutiny that exists on them does not even allow them to venture out or try something different or anything, because it's relentless, the amount of criticism, scrutiny, and vileness. So I would say examine yourself. Examine, what are you contributing to the transition of the world? What is your contribution? Your contribution is more hate. Oh well, I'm not hating. I'm just stating this is what happened. She's mean, She's this, she's that. Well, if that's how you feel, you don't need to police her behavior. It's not your role. It's not your job. It isn't. Or his behavior. Go find things that will make you happy, joyous, content with your life. I mean, Meghan makes me happy. Harry makes me happy. Right? What they do make me happy. The way they are approaching the world makes me happy. That is why I do what I do. Trust me, I don't go on any other channel that is hateful or invent these things. I don't go on them. I don't listen to their podcast. I don't. So I honestly don't understand what the purpose is. If it's just to hate, or what exactly it is. But thank you. Thank you for hanging out. If you stood and stayed until the end. Folks, I love you. Thank you so much for your companionship. And take care of yourselves, okay? Take care of yourselves, your mental health, your physical health. I love you all. And let's try and wake up and be better human beings. Doesn't cost us anything. Mwah.